Hey beautiful Aries, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Aries, let's see what important messages you may need to know at this time. This may not resonate for each and every one of you, as this is a general reading. Please do take what does and leave out what doesn't. Thank you all for your support, and let's begin. What does Aries need to know and need to be aware of at this time? What does Aries need to know? All right, first card out is the Eight of Cups. So you're starting to feel unsure about a relationship, about a friendship. Okay, take this however resonates. Some of you are feeling unsure where you're currently at in life, but one thing is made clear here. Ace of Cups means you want something new, you want something different from the current status quo. This to me is the card of longing for something else, for what is beyond, okay, what you already have at this time. It's also a deep knowing of I deserve happiness, because what this current situation is, something feels like it's lacking or it's missing. And Seven of Cups is here trying to navigate your emotions, okay? Other decks portrays the Eight of Cups as a journey of somebody walking away from a situation, but in this particular deck, you are at the precipice of making a choice. Do I stay with the Seven of Cups, something I've already emotionally invested, or should I go with how I feel, my intuition, and should I explore the unknown? And the reason why I'm saying that, there's the moon here, right? And you can see the darkness here, which can indicate the unknown or going on a new journey. You may not know where this leads, but it's calling you, most definitely, okay? There's got to be something more beyond this. That's what I'm picking up. So we have the Emperor. This is your energy at this time, Aries. You may feel like what's holding you back from going on that new journey of discovery, of really leaving an old beaten path, is because you have responsibilities and obligations, or I'm wondering if people are counting on you here. If a person is counting on you, or people are counting on you, being the Emperor, you represent authority here. You also are the type to get everybody under control or in order. And this could be completely work, career related, okay, for some of you. But there might be an inner conflict, and this could be a sign, Aries, right? To not suppress how you feel, because sometimes the Emperor has a tendency to put mind over heart. But the cups represent our feelings, our emotions, and the more that you suppress this, the stronger the feeling gets. And this feeling could be unhappiness, could be, unfulfilled feelings, okay? It's not going to solve anything by suppressing how you feel. It's only when you face how you feel, okay? And I'm wondering with the Emperor, this may also speak about having a strong will to do what you feel in your heart is necessary. Even if it go against the crowd or it goes against what other people think. We have the Chariot. It's another major arcana. And we all know the Chariot is about, again, triumph, conquest, having full control over your emotional faculties. It also speaks about willpower that comes from within. It's like you can accomplish what you set your mind into, Aries. It may be fear is what's holding you back, Some of you may be wanting to travel, maybe wanting to expand, to explore. And this is not for anybody else but for you, because the Chariot is all about personal journey, right? It's something for you. I see that you really are reconsidering the path that you've chosen. And there's nothing wrong with that, Aries. Because sometimes we think that we already know what we want, but somehow we learn more and we realize this isn't the path for me anymore. I must reconsider, okay? Let's see, we have the Magician. And the Magician is number one in Major Arcana, and it's about starting something new. It's about to see the potential and making things manifest. The theme of the Magician is power, and specifically the power of the mind, right? Your thoughts become your reality, Aries. It all starts with a thought, and thought does come from a feeling. So if you already feel you don't belong here, that there's something bigger and better out there for you, that feeling can become a thought, and that thought can become an action. And that's how you can create your reality, Aries. Create opportunities. I do want to say that this is going to be something within your control. Okay, nothing is preventing you, nothing is truly stopping you. Just take that first step and everything else will follow. The universe definitely has your back. I'm wondering if this may be a creative new venture or business related. right? Know that you're limitless. For some of you, it could be that you feel confused because you're no longer growing. You no longer feel like you have the freedom to be yourself here. Okay, but then the magician is saying you're free. You're limitless. You know that. You're capable of a lot of things. Okay. I also see some major victory here over a mission or goal that you set your mind into. So it's going to turn out extremely well than expected. And I'm wondering if this may be a rebirth process for some of you, an energetic revolution, if you will, like breaking down what was the old, going against the grain, if that makes sense, Aries. And like I said in the beginning, even though this may be against the will of others, it may come across to them as why you're doing this, why are you destroying what we've built, or why, because the magician can use its power for constructive or destructive purpose, depending on who's seeing it, right? On your case, Aries, bear with me. You're using your power for constructive purpose. This is to really go on a path that you want, creating what you want, the life that you want, which can seem to be sort of destructive for others, where you're going against the grain, okay? Not destructive in a sense of evil, right? It's just going against what has already been established or what has been familiar, if that makes sense. But you have to invite change, you know? Some of you really feel in your heart, right? You feel hopeful that something new can turn out to be better for you. And you'll never know unless you try, okay? This could also be the energy of my dreams are just going to remain as dreams unless I take action to make them into reality. Let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about karmic turns. And I'm wondering here if you know this is going to be a major turning point. Once I take that first step, there's no going back. And again, this could be work, this could be even a relationship, Aries. Movement is definitely coming. And this may be a cycle that you're breaking, a relationship that keeps going around in a circle for some of you. But it's like you feel forces are in motion. The Wheel of Fortune also is associated with force majeure, right? That's coming, force majeure, an act of God or a chance occurrence. You may feel like movement is coming and it may be even beyond your control. Okay? These are karmic turns that are ultimately for the better, ultimately to bring balance and equilibrium back in your life. Some of you could be saying this is no longer my destiny. And I'm wondering if this may be a situation where you thought this was destined for you, this was the one for you, the person for you, or the career for you, Aries. But you realize you also have a say, right? You are the creator. You create opportunities. You are the author of your own story, Aries. So I feel like you're getting the point. But what I'm saying here is empowerment, taking one's power back, Emperor and a Chariot. That's really what's shining through here. Let's see. We have Knight of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. I see a lot of signs actually, but we are in Cancer season. There's also an Earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles. You're typically the methodical type, Aries. You're type to really think before you act kind of energy. Or I may be connecting with an Aries who would rather be safe than sorry, okay? But some of you realize that by being too cautious, you might miss out on something great. And I do want to say that there's something great that awaits for you here, okay? Um, I feel like for some of you, it could be a person or a relationship where you feel like they have a tendency to not do anything, or throughout the years, months that you've been together, there's not a lot of change in their ways. And this could be patterns or habits that were not serving you or this person at all. Okay? Some of you may have felt like you couldn't count on them. Some of you may have felt like they were not ready to fully commit. Whatever the case may be. It's like your soul wants to grow and expand and be around people that can reciprocate what it is that you have to give, Aries. Let's see. We have the Ten of Wands. And what was I saying about giving? This is you. You're the type of person who gives and gives and gives, Aries. And to a certain point, you know when you have enough, or when it's crossing the boundary. Some of you felt very burdened and overwhelmed, and it's time to release and purge those energies that have been holding you back. Okay, some of you may have felt in the company of someone or a group of people. If this applies to a group for some of you, you may have felt like you've done all that you could. You felt burdened somehow because somebody wasn't supporting you or they were not putting the same effort in. If this is work related, you didn't really feel like people were supportive of your ideas or that you were not properly compensated, or you felt like there was so much on your plate, Aries. Okay, and now it's like you're ready to go on your own path to create your own success. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. You no longer need the stress weighing heavy on you. I do want to say that you're ready, Aries. If you ever are feeling confused or uncertain of how the future is going to unfold, I do want to say that you got this. You're extremely prepared. You were born for this, okay? Perhaps you just forgotten what you're fully capable of. And universe wants you to remember that you are the magician here. Now, if this applies to a relationship, somebody may have forgotten, Aries, that you're not the type of person to accept any less ideal treatment from others. Yes, it's true that when we love, we also make sacrifices, but not to the point of over compromising ourselves. Somebody may have forgotten what you're capable of, is what I'm picking up. They may have mistaken your kindness here, your ability to sacrifice, your ability to bend your back for someone. And I'm wondering here if somebody may have abused that Aries in one way, shape, or form, or taken advantage in any way, shape, or form. Okay? And I'm realizing here now, when I'm seeing these cards, that you are giving all of that same energy and love towards yourself and reaffirming self-worth here. No, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that kind of treatment. I don't deserve to just be this way. I deserve happiness. Okay, and this is not coming from a prideful way. It's just realizing that this may no longer be a good fit for you. Okay, so let's pull one more card, Aries. We have Nine of Cups. Wow, and there's two knights here. So some of you are manifesting a new relationship. Some of you are manifesting love, Aries. Okay, or at the very least, if this is not a relationship, you could be manifesting a more ideal career path for you. Something I would say more aligns with your heart. Something that more aligns with your passion, your abilities. Very, very creative, okay? Now, if this speaks about a person, we all know that the Knight of Cups means a loving person, a loving energy, man or woman coming towards you. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups as somebody that's going to sweep you off your feet. Very intelligent person, charismatic. They will motivate you, Aries. They're going to make you feel different from what you've been used to. Because Knight of Cups, I associate this as the artist or the poet. So they may be the type, or this could be a confirmation. Somebody is an admirer of arts, poetry, and anything that's beauty. Okay. This is an admirer, Aries. So qualities about yourself that you may have felt that you're not extremely proud of, if there's any sense of feeling insecure, I feel like this person is going to appreciate everything there is to appreciate. And most importantly, Aries, I feel like they're also not going to be closed off. They're going to pay attention more to your emotional needs. If this was a struggle with somebody in the past who may have been very emotionally unavailable for some of you. Okay. So yes, it's about keeping your heart open here. Okay. It's about keeping your heart open. What else can we see for Aries? What is coming towards Aries? What do they need to know at this time? We have the Four of Swords. So I do want to say that this is not about rushing, getting to from one situation to the next. I just feel like this may be for those of my Aries who have been in this at the precipice for quite some time now, and fear has been holding them back. Be careful, because the Four of Swords means inaction, taking too long to figure something out, okay, or procrastination, if this applies. The Four of Swords can also mean in slumber. I feel like your spirit wants you to awaken, okay? It wants you to take action. And the Four of Swords means if you're ready to choose, if you've been in this rest period for so long, okay? Perhaps it's time to face what you're dealing with head on. For some of you, this may be waking up from a connection that you may have felt nothing was really happening or changing. And it's like you're waking up with a different perspective. You could be thanking someone, in fact, your Aries, for waking you up. Okay? I do want to say that you're spiritually awakened now. I see now. I know now. Okay? So let's pull more cards out. We have the Fool card. So the Fool card means new beginnings, of course, but what others don't know is the Fool card means a choice between two paths. A path that can either lead to this repetitive, cyclical pattern, to likely a demise, okay? Or it can even be a toxic one because some things just keep happening over and over. Or a choice to take a chance on something new, right? The Fool card is about to take that leap of faith over the cliff, and whatever that next step is, it can either lead to attainment or likely a demise. Or whatever the case may be, the angel is here saying, go with how you feel, go with your heart. Don't be afraid to take a chance on something new. And it's faith, Aries. Faith that's going to make you jump over that cliff in impressive accomplishment, okay? Now, Aries, I'm wondering if some of you may have dealt with a childish person or, childlike kind of behavior to which you're saying, enough of this, I'm fed up taking care of you, or being there for you constantly, covering up for you, or somebody that just supported this person without asking for anything in return. The reason why I say that, because the Fool card is showing here as a shadow energy, Stand of Wands, Four of Swords. And I'm wondering if this may be somebody who wasn't really paying attention to your needs, Aries, because they were too focused on their own needs. There might be, forgive me for saying this, but I'm getting Peter Pan mentality, right? They can be quite beautiful and creative soul. They make you feel young. They're open-hearted. They even have this childlike personality in them. But I'm wondering if this may be somebody who refuses to grow up, and this where it got confused for you both. Like, where is this relationship headed? Why isn't this person growing up, or why isn't something growing? There's a refusal to grow up, and this could be why some things just keep going around in a circle, expecting the same pattern, same behavior from them, same outcome. Okay, take this however resonates. For some of you, it might just very well be about career, where you realize, I'm no longer the beginner. I'm ready to take on something more serious for me, or to the next level. It's time to explore my capabilities, my talent. There could be like a better offer awaits you here, Aries. Because the Fool card means you cannot stay as a beginner. Okay, this chapter, you're graduating from this chapter, if you will. Time to test your skills and your abilities, and take this to the next level. And 10 is also an ending of a challenge, an ending of a period in your life, and it's like you're ready. Two of Swords, okay? This is again a choice. And what did I say about the Fool card? Going on a choice between two paths. And so the Two of Swords means you can trust in your decision making, Aries. When all else fails, remember the heart knows what it wants at the end of the day. And you also have the ability to tell things apart and assess them. Because it feels like with Eight of Cups here, bear with me, there was Seven of Cups that stack up here. Sometimes the confusion could be stemming from, am I just making an impulsive choice here? What if I regret this? What if I couldn't find something better? But the cards are saying you will land on your feet. Believe that you're feeling this way for a reason. It's leading you to where you're supposed to go next. And the fear could be stemming from not seeing what awaits you, but the cards are promising that there's something better here in store. Okay? The Two of Swords means there's no right or wrong decision at the end of the day. It's all about just accepting the consequences that come from them. So it's either you stay here, Aries, right? Or you take that risk and experience something different. Okay? So, Two of Swords, time to make that choice. This is a breakthrough, and this is all about trusting yourself. You're about to break through here, Aries, is what I want to say. So, whoever this past person is that you're leaving behind, I do want to say that they're still going to try to convince you to stay. If you believe in karmic connections or karmic relationship, it's saying here that there was a reason why you met this past person, because there's a lesson. And once the lesson has been integrated, once the lesson has been learned, right, it's like your soul is ready to open up to something new. Okay? And I'm picking up here with Two of Swords, like, even though there's fear, even though you're afraid, it's like taking that one step at a time, Aries. In the future, you're going to look back, and some of you are going to realize, I made the right decision after all. Because somebody has been keeping me in the dark, not being decisive. For some of you, I'm wondering if this was someone who you felt like they didn't really give you assurance, security, or was hard to commit. Take this message however resonates. They just refuse to mature or grow up. And bottom of the deck is Ten of Pentacles. So I interpret these cards in a lot of ways, right? It's like you are not sure whether someone even wants that kind of traditional path, family, raising kids. I'm getting if some of you are connecting with somebody who wants something less conventional, like let's just go with where this goes, and perhaps that's not good for you, Aries. You want answers, you want definitive answers, because that's what you're willing to give here. You've already invested. But to me, Seven of Cups, the longer that you stay, the more confusing it can get for some of you. For some of you, the reason why this may be hard is because this may not be applying for all, but there could be children involved as well. Somebody may not be ready to take responsibility, or they could be running away from responsibility of raising a children with you here. It does not mean that they don't love your children. It just means that perhaps you felt, why am I being like a single parent here, who just does all the responsibility of raising the family, if that makes sense. And this should be a partnership, both people working together. But it's like some of you felt you've been bending your back over here to do all. And that can get really, really exhausting. That can affect your health for some of you. So just about taking care and doing what's best for you here in your heart, soul, and mind with Two of Swords. So to end this reading, Aries, I'm just going to be pulling an advice card here for you. Give me a second. All right, Aries, I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here, one of my favorite decks. What is your final message or advice for Aries? And we have here exchanging gifts. Number 27, that could be a significant number for some of you. All right, so let me read what this Oracle is saying. This may or may not resonate for all, okay? It says here the law of giving and receiving, currency, weighing costs and determining value. So Aries, you're entering a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit your heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. It says here, if you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time to just do. It says, use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. Wow. And relationship message. It says here, love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you too. Love is truly yours today. Wow. So Aries, I feel like some of you, it's really about reciprocity. It's about the love that you give. It's the love that you receive. Some of you, I feel like the main reason why you're walking away or leaving something behind is because something is just no longer reciprocating the same. So that is what I'm picking up for your reading. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I'm sending you love and light, and namaste.